Welcome all. My name is Greg Drummond. I'm the Director of Teaching and Learning for the district, and this is Sandra McGonigal, our district superintendent.
Hi, everyone.
You should be able to see on your screen that if you need Spanish, Mandarin, or Japanese translation, you can just go ahead and scan the QR code there, and it will take you to a set of slides that have been translated into those languages, and you can follow along as we go. Um,
Here, I want to make sure that we are indeed sharing.
Hopefully, people can see now. We're just dealing with some technical issues here, trying to make sure that we can share the screen with you. Give us one moment.
There we go.
I
Screen
think you
share.
should be able to
That should be
see
good.
now. And as I was saying, you just click or take a
QR code.
QR code link, and it'll take you to the slides translated into your language. Um, we've done a couple of these nights,
We
many over the
have.
years,
We
and
have. I love it.
we've gotten a little bit better at the show. We're excited for this one. And every year, our families tend to come with the same questions in mind. They want to know if their kids are going to feel safe and happy in our schools. They're going to be known and cared for. Will they be challenged and supported? Will they belong? Will they grow into confident learners? And those are the questions that really matter to us too. So, our purpose tonight is to share with you how we think about school and the experience that we provide kids every day. We're going to cover what our classrooms look like and feel like, how students learn day to day, and how we support the whole child. Our goal is to give you a clear sense of what learning looks like here in LASD. Um, so, we want to begin with that experience. What
Well,
kids
I
need.
also want to be clear, like we're going to go over the registration
Mm.
process at the end and then have a little Q&A time over the chat, or we can unleash you. All of that works as well, but we are excited to get started.
Our core promise to children and families is
Mm.
that we prepare kids for a well-balanced, successful future. We grow confident, compassionate, young learners who are ready to contribute to their communities. That is what we believe the purpose of school is and what we are here for. Academics matter. We
Absolutely.
believe in strong reading, writing, math, thinking skills, but academics alone are not enough. We care about how kids are developing as confident learners who can work with others, who have a sense of belonging and purpose in their lives and in their world. And we design our schools to deliver on that promise. We know every child, we center kids in their learning, and we integrate their development, social, emotional, cognitive, and academic, into the work that happens every day in our classrooms. And that's why we say we develop children as whole, full people.
Whole people. And so we really talk about the LASD student experience. What does that look like in classrooms and how do we do it? So we have this graphic here that really highlights what we call the LASD student experience. And it all starts with relationships. And when students walk onto campus the first time as a 4 or 5 year old, or they might be coming to us as as an older student, we want to make sure that they are known by name by not only their classroom teachers, but all of the people at the school who care about them, principals, everyone. That relationship is key and it sets the foundation for great learning to happen within our classrooms. And then we get into the classroom and school environment. And within that small little space within their school, they must feel a sense of safety and belonging. We want kids who are going to come to school willing to take risks, willing to be their full people, willing to figure out who they are and what their place is in the world. So we want our classrooms and our school communities to feel so safe and that every student belongs. You could be a student who is currently learning to speak English. You might be a student who has some learning differences. And we want to make sure that each and every student feels that sense of safety and belonging on campus.
As I said earlier, our belief around what kids need to learn has to do with this integration of a rich learning experience that's academic with the development of skills, mindsets, and habits. So students aren't just learning to read and write and speak. They're learning to read and write and speak in ways that help them grow as people. So develop the skills that they're going to need to be successful in the rest of their lives. They're developing character, creativity, communication, collaboration, citizenship, and critical thinking. And all throughout the the experience that our students have, our teachers are mindful of who needs additional challenge and who needs additional support. We do not teach to the middle in LASD. We meet kids where they are and help every student grow. And so the way we do that is by integrating supports throughout the day. Teachers are skilled at knowing what individual students need through really strong assessment practices, and then responding to that in ways that help every child be included in the great work the class is doing together.
So beautiful. I love it. I love it. All right. So what does this really look like? And hopefully you can see some of these pictures here. This is right from our classrooms this year and maybe last year from TK all the way up. But you look at starting with our youngest learners. So TK is a fairly new, we're in just several years. Of offering TK classes to 4, sometimes 3, 4 turning 5-year-olds. And those classrooms are filled with wonder and joy and play and discovery. They are still learning some very early literacy and early numeracy skills, but it is grounded in exploration. And our teachers are experts at developing play-based learning so students can learn those early skills as they enter our school system.
That same sense of exploration extends on to the upper elementary and middle school grades as kids and classes together explore different topics and see what they can learn together. What new ideas can they develop through discussion and through argument and through justifying reasoning and experimenting with different ideas and developing hypotheses. Our students have so many opportunities to develop as intellectual and social beings in the world, and our classroom experiences provide just that. And we do it with the range of learners in mind. Students with learning differences have built-in supports in the classroom, accommodations. English learners get all kinds of supports in LASD. We have very language-rich experiences happening in classroom and intentional supports for English learners for speaking, listening, reading, and writing throughout the school day. You know, not everyone has identical work in the classroom, but everyone is doing very meaningful work and they're working together to discover and learn new ideas.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say in every grade level, in every classroom, you will see a combination of independent work, some time for kids to collaborate together on meaningful, rich experiences, and then some small group work with the classroom
Mhm.
teacher and professionals.
And you can see there we have kids working on computers. We integrate technology into our work. Teachers giving very specific feedback to kids, guiding their work. Teachers teaching kids directly some things that are really important for them to know in order to carry on with their work. And kids working together to really discover new things.
We are really proud of some of our signature programs that we want to share with you tonight. We have an exceptional lineup, I would say, for students in LASD, where many of these programs are integrated throughout the day. STEM is a great example of that. Our students are doing design challenges. They are building little bots. They are learning the thinking skills and thinking routines of scientists and mathematicians to solve complex problems. And that is integrated as part of our science, math, and other subjects throughout the school day. We also have an outstanding computer science program that starts in our TK classes and goes all the way through junior high, where our students are learning the basic principles of patterns to complex coding. And, beginning this year, last year, we started talking about AI too. And what does that look like? And how does that change the field of computer science? So we have an excellent team of computer science teachers and experts who come in and teach our students starting in TK.
Other programs that are exclusive to LASD include our music program, which begins in fourth grade and extends through junior high school. Our living classroom, which is an outdoor
Garden based.
garden-based program. The Los Altos art docents, community volunteers teach just incredible
Incredible lessons.
lessons to students. And then Project Cornerstone to work on developing character and empathy for peers. So we talked about
Yes.
our daily
Programs.
experience and design. This slide is about our results. As you can see and probably already know, our outcomes in Los Altos School District are strong. We're above the state averages in English language arts, math, and science. We provide incredibly strong foundations for students in reading, writing, reasoning, and problem solving. And our results are sustained. You see these kind of outcomes year after year after year, and there are not sharp drops across grades or um, and our students enter junior high prepared and confident to enter high school, excuse me. Um, and it's not just test performance either. We walk into classrooms and we see every day how articulate our students are, their ability to talk about their thinking in ways that help other people understand what they're learning is really unparalleled. Families notice when they visit our schools, and you'll have a chance to visit our schools through a tour, that our students are engaged, they're confident, they're academic, they're social, and they're emotionally ready. And we're really proud of the work we do in that way and the results we achieve with kids.
We are, and one of my favorite things for families, especially families who might be new to our system, is that throughout your child's schooling experience, there are opportunities for them to showcase
Mm,
their learning, whether that's they're coming to a board presentation to present, or they're having an exhibition within their classroom, where they're inviting experts or families to come in and learn to hear their process and product of what they've been doing in their classroom is really amazing.
mhm.
So amazing.
We know that excellent outcomes are because we have excellent teachers, and we go to great lengths to recruit and hire the very best teachers out there. And when we walk into classrooms, that really shows that we have recruited them. Our teachers know how to challenge students, to scaffold support, to build rapport and build belonging with the classrooms. They know how to help resolve conflict, which is very natural among kids, and do it in a way that helps kids grow and learn from the experiences they're having. As I said before, we don't teach to the middle here. Our teachers are highly trained in both early literacy methods that uh, support readers across a continuum of development. They know how to differentiate learning for kids. They know how to question kids in a way that prompts them to do the thinking instead of taking on the thinking for the student. Um, and they just have this amazing combination of expertise and care that is really unparalleled.
Absolutely. And I will say one of the things I'm most proud of about our teacher group is that they themselves are amazing learners. They continue to grow
Mm.
within their profession and to stay at the very highest level, which is amazing. So we're going to show a short video and hope that it works. I
Fingers
know,
crossed.
fingers crossed.
What else could you do to figure it out?
Every single teacher I had, I love them so much.
What's up our vowel power? Check to make sure you have a lowercase b, u, and g. Okay.
It's really important to have great teachers in good schools, teams that share a philosophy and really come together with student learning as a focus and a goal.
Instruction is of extremely high quality here. Our teachers know our students. Because they know our students so well, they're able to personalize learning for them. Our teachers care deeply about our students' learning experiences in the classroom. Not only do they care about their academic achievement, they care that they develop skills and competencies to be successful in life.
You have to find this one first.
That idea of teamwork, bringing multiple heads together, is a great foundation for building equity in schools. When each student in different classrooms are experiencing similar curriculum, events, and teaching strategies.
See if this will work.
If you come into our classrooms, you'll see students engaged in hands-on learning, especially with the higher level thinking. You'll see students talking with each other. You'll see them engaged with trying new things, explaining their thinking, explaining their reasoning, and really building those skills of collaboration, teamwork, and critical thinking.
You want to pause again before that and split there too.
Relationships are the key to pretty much everything in Los Altos. We value relationships with our teachers, with our staffs, with our students. And we know that if we hire teachers who believe equally in that relationship piece, they're going to be successful.
We really have the best teachers.
We do. They're amazing.
So we know that one thing that our families value so much is that we have neighborhood schools with a community feel. We have 7 elementary schools and 2 junior high schools, and small class sizes and small student body at pretty much every site. Our schools are walkable, bikeable communities. You'll see familiar faces at drop off and pickup. Kids, classmates become friends with each other, and one of the best things is that families have an opportunity to connect. We see it at drop off and pick up every day, the type of community that forms in our schools. Yeah.
And I would say it's not just for your child to feel a part of their school. We really want you to make a choice that you become a part of your school community, and the adults are really important to building the kind of school culture that our community has loved and expected for some time. So there's lots of opportunities for you to participate in your homeschool life. And that could include anything from volunteering in your child's classroom. It could be being a member of your parent-teacher PTA association.
Volunteering for school events.
There's so many opportunities, big and small. If you're a full-time working family, there are still plenty of opportunities for you to be engaged and really become the community that you want to be a part of. And it really does take the entire group to make that type of community that you want. We have incredible partners. We are so fortunate to live within a community that highly values public education, and we're so thankful for that. So we have terrific partners. So every one of our schools has an excellent parent-teacher association. So you will attend, monthly meetings if you so desire at your school site to get to know your fellow PTA, parents, and teachers at your site, to work on community building, to work on student events at your site. It's absolutely fantastic. We also have a thriving Los Altos Educational Foundation, and each year they raise money from within the community for us to be able to provide the type of really rich experience that just basic public funding does not provide for us. And you're a great part of this partnership because every single parent matters to make the partnership work. So lots of opportunities. And I know for me, when I had small children, that was really the base of my community over time. As you know, my kids started at their elementary school and kindergarten, and by the time they left at the end of their elementary experience, my husband and I had also made great friends that we continue to be friends with today. So we are excited for you to find your school community, and they are all wonderful.
We want very much for our school to work for families, our schools to work for families who have different schedules and different needs. We offer before and after school care. Um, the providers of these are the YMCA, Champions, Children's House of Los Altos. The after school programs are free for qualifying families and fee-based for others. In addition to this after school care, we also work with providers who offer programs on our campuses, including the Los Altos Chinese School and a variety of other clubs and activities from different organizations, including sports and arts and other interest-based groups. And enrollment for those programs are handled directly by the program. You can learn more about those programs at your school tour.
Yep, absolutely. So as we get down to more of the how do I actually register my child, it's important to understand transitional kindergarten. This will be the second year of having a full cohort of students. So if your child was born after September 2nd, 2021, or it's easier maybe to say born on or before September 1st, 2022. So within that 1 year range, your child is eligible for TK, which is really a terrific program. TK is not preschool and it is not kindergarten. It is the year one of a 2 year kindergarten program. And it's really unique. Building the foundations, the school routines, the language, the kind of school
Routines.
yeah, school routines. It's fantastic. It is available at all of our schools. So all of our 7 elementary schools have at least one class of TK.
It's taught by fully credentialed
Yes.
teachers, and there is an instructional assistant in every classroom for the whole day. The class sizes are relatively small. Um, and as we kind of described before, much of the learning is very play-based and hands-on and guided by some of the most loving teachers that you will ever meet in your whole life.
That is the truth. And fun fact, and it's hard to even fathom this, if your child will enroll with us for TK next year, they will graduate from high school in 2040.
That's just
It's like
soak that in.
mind-boggling.
Oh.
2040 feels like a long ways away.
All right, as we kind of come to a close tonight, I just want to review where we've been. We talked about how we design learning around what children need, their need for relationships and belonging and rich learning and integrated supports, what it looks like in our classrooms, what's unique about LASD, and the great results we get in our commitment to kids. Before we end, we're going to give a chance to ask questions, but we want to tell you a little bit about how to register.
So our registration open enrollment is happening right now, and that priority registration closes on January 30th. You can register after the fact, but that priority registration allows us to do kind of the quickest way to try to get you to your home school. So you can go onto our website, lasdschools.org, under the Parent tab and Enrollment. You will see the link to register for the 26-27 school year. Here you can see a little chart if you're not sure what age your child or what grade your child should enter. We go by dates, birth dates. So please check out that. And this is also on our website if you don't get it here. We have the wonderful Lupe, who is our student services specialist who helps with registration. It's all done online. And if you go to the website, it will tell you exactly the pieces that you need to have ready to upload into the system to
Things like proof of residence,
Yes.
birth certificate or passport, immunization records, this sort of thing. They'll ask you to load those. An important note here is that we do have a priority registration window open right now.
We do now through January 30th.
So please get your registration submitted before the 30th. Um, a final note before we go into question and answers is that all of our schools offer tours for potential new families, and you can scan the QR code here. We'll leave it up here during our Q&A, so it'll be there for you to scan. You can scan this and sign up for a school tour at your neighborhood school. You'll get answers to very specific questions there, and you'll be able to get a sense in person of what school feels like for our kids and our families.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and go to questions and answers now. You can use the chat, and um, we will do our best to answer the questions that you have.
We sure will. Okay, so the question is enrollment for high school. Does it follow the same timeline? So we are the TK8 school district, and Mountain View Los Altos High School District is our partner district. I believe that they have open enrollment and you can enroll at any time period, but I actually don't know the specifics. So I would ask you to reach out to Mountain View Los Altos High School District, and I know that they'll be able to help you. What other questions do you have? So I see a question. So when you are initially registering, you will be registered for your home school. And so it is our hope to place you at your home school as long as we have space. In March, we do have an open enrollment time frame where you can request to go to another school. And we'll be posting what available spots there are in very early March or the end of February. But before you're able to do that, you would need to be fully enrolled in our system. If you do not enroll in TK, ooh, that was fast.
May we priority enroll for kindergarten for the next year?
You can. There will be priority enrollment, but you are not guaranteed. If you skip out on TK and you just start in kindergarten, you're not guaranteed your homeschool. We try our very best, but because we now have this whole new grade level of students, those students will be matriculating up to kindergarten at their home school. So there may be some spots available, but not as many as we used to have.
The next question is about whether Gardner Bullis is the same as Bullis Charter.
It is not. So Gardner Bullis is one of our elementary schools here in the Los Altos School District. Bullis Charter School is an independent charter school authorized by the County Office of Education, and we're two separate entities.
Next question is about extended care for aftercare.
For aftercare, you can go right onto your homeschool's website, and there should be a link to your aftercare. We have one of 3 aftercare providers, and you will register with them separately. And we do want you to reach out to them as early as possible to make those arrangements.
And we might move back, cannot confirm until March. What would be the registration process for our family?
Thank you for asking. You must be fully living in your home here within our school district boundaries in order to be registering. So if you can't register and you're not moving until March or August or what have you, you're going to do the exact same process. You're going to register through the website. And then we will work with you. Lupe will work with you to make sure that we get you into either your home school or a school very nearby.
How many recess times does the TK program offer?
That's kind of so a traditional recess, I would say they have a morning recess and a lunch recess, but there is a lot of outdoor play learning time that's very unstructured. So, and when I visit TK, it feels like it's always a little bit recessy, but they're learning, and it's fabulous.
I registered TK during the priority enrollment period. When will we be notified of the admission decision?
Yep. So after the enrollment period closes, January 30th, that priority window, we will be working in the next week to place people, and Lupe will be notifying you all of your placement.
This next question is a great one. If we aren't guaranteed our homeschool, are we guaranteed a spot within the district?
You are. If you live within the district, we will provide you with a spot. And so if you don't get into your homeschool, Lupe, we look very closely. We look at your address, all of those things, and we place you at a school very close by.
Does a TB risk assessment form need to be submitted at the time of registration, or can it be submitted later?
Ooh, that sounds like a great question for the nurses, but I know that the nurses, you will be asked to put a lot of immunizations and what have you in there, and the TB risk assessment form is one of those. I don't believe that it will kind of stop you from being fully registered, but I would check in with our nurses.
Would you please share about the lunch meal programs available and the availability of options for kids with dietary
Yes, you
restrictions?
can go onto our website, the district website, and under, I think, the business services department is our child nutrition department. We use a third-party vendor called,
Oh,
ooh,
geez.
it has a funny name too.
Uh,
I'll look online. You can see it online, but there are lots of options for kids with dietary restrictions. We have vegan options, we have gluten-free options, I think some dairy-free options, and all students, as part of the child nutrition program across the state of California, can get a free breakfast every morning and a free lunch. And there are several great options. The Lunch Master, that's what it is. The Lunch Master. It has a funny name.
mhm. Student to teacher ratio. Oh, we'll go back in just a second. Student to teacher ratio for TK is 10 to 1. There's no more than 10 students for every one adult.
Correct. And if you do have a sibling already attending a homeschool, that does affect your registration priority. So that would put you to the top of the list, because siblings do have a priority. And our priorities, I believe, are listed on the website.
Can you switch to your homeschool the following school year if not placed there initially?
So because we don't have two TK classes across the school district, some of our families are placed at a different school. And then, yes, our goal is to then put you to your homeschool for kindergarten, and you would have priority as an existing student, TK to kinder, as opposed to a newly registered kinder student that following year.
The next question is about enrolling for in March. So we recently moved to LASD and would like to enroll in March of 2026. We were advised to submit the application in mid-February. You mentioned the deadline of January 30th for wanting to start in fall 26.
So we accept registrations all year long. So that priority window of it started January 14th, I believe, and it goes to January 30th. That's our kind of pre-registration to get as many families as we can, hopefully, to their home schools. Once you register after that deadline, if your school is full, you would be put on a wait list. But you can register up until the very day that school starts and throughout the school year. All those registration is happening year round.
Any other
Yeah,
questions?
I'm trying to see.
I think we got them all so far.
All right. Well, we are so thrilled. We believe we work in a pretty amazing place. We're so proud of the work we're doing in service of the students and families within our community. We hope you will see that this is a really amazing place to be. And your job is to click on that link for your homeschool and to take a tour. And you'll get the chance to meet your principal. You'll walk through classrooms. You'll feel that school community, and probably get to talk with some parents and some kids while you're on the tour. And so we really appreciate you taking the time. We are recording this and posting it up on the website. So if you have further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Have a great night.